All right, what's going on, everybody? Just doing a quick little track guide here. We're running SRX at the oval around the Mexico GP track. Um, this is pretty new, I think, for most people, since the track just came out. So I'm not going to waste much time here. We're just going to go ahead and go into this lap. This lap is a pretty quick one. It was a 32.420, I believe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going here. I'll do the verbal guide first, and then I'll do uh, a full speed run, and then a full speed trailing cam as well. All right, so we get going here. So first thing is, you can see here, I'm kind of clipping the grass. We're going to go for this open space over here. There's no off track for going here, so we're going to use it. Now you can see I'm turning in basically right over here where the start finish line is at. I'm already turned in, but I'm not quite on the brakes. I'm gonna hit the brakes shortly after this, and we're gonna be aiming to try and hit this curb being right over here next to the pit lane. Now you don't actually have to hit it, but you want to be close. Now this corner, it's got a weird shape to it. If you actually look at the map, it's not a perfect turn, so it's gonna feel like you're going way out away from the wall. That's fine because pretty soon it's going to feel like you're about to crash into the wall as we continue going around here. And you're going to want to basically, on the way out, be on that wall. You can see I'm already back on the power. I'm not full throttle. I'm about between half and 3/4 throttle. And I'm using that basically just to kind of maintain and slightly accelerate, not a ton of acceleration. Along the wall, and full power. So I'll back up a little bit here. So you can see just as you're coming around, just before you can see the end of the wall over here, and you can see this kind of funky spot right here in the wall. That's kind of my guide. When I'm seeing that stuff, I know this is when I can start going full power. Kind of feel it, but you should be able to go. If you got your angle right, you can floor it here and just go. All the way out to the wall. And then you can see I'm already turning in. This is kind of I don't have a specific reference for my turn in point. It's basically as I'm getting close to this transition in the pavement. I'm kind of eyeballing if we go slow here. You can see I turn in basically right before we get into that orange. So you can kind of use that, I guess, if you want as a guide. I just kind of do it by feel. I know it's not the ideal way of doing it, but there's not a ton of reference points. We'll go slow here, and you'll see right after that transition, I'm on the brakes. Now, I am running a 49 on my brake bias, but we're going to ride the brakes all the way in, stay down here. We're going to hug all the way down to the line. We're not actually going to get to it till about mid-corner. Yeah, you can see about right here. Then as we're exiting, we're going to stay on it. We're on the power, but we're not flooring it. We're just maintaining speed. We're not trying to do a ton of acceleration or anything. Don't hit the grass, though. You hit the grass, you're going to have a bad day. You can see here, we're still just maintaining. You got to hold it a lot longer than you think you're going to need to. And then right about here, as you get to the orange, straighten the wheel out, get on the power. If you don't have the wheel straight, there's a bit of a hump in the track, and you're going to have a bad day. But as long as you do it right, the car will just kind of float to the outside all on its own, and you're good to go. And we'll just keep on trucking. And bang, 32, 420. So let's go ahead. We'll back up. And now we're gonna watch the whole thing. We'll back up a little bit here. We'll watch the whole thing again at full speed. And that's it. We'll scan 32, 420. We'll go ahead and we'll roll it back real quick. Back up a little bit. Go from the chase view. You can see just how close we're getting to things. And that's it from the external view. Hopefully this will help some people here. We'll have some good races this week, and we'll have ourselves a good old time. If you got anything out of this, by all means, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. It's always very much appreciated. And until next time, y'all have a good one. We'll see you out on the track.